Now, we just getting back to the tier, and here it is again. Everybody got on shoes again, and everybody looking around at everybody. Ain't nobody playing games today. We done just got locked back in a tier where everybody's on edge, and everybody got nothing but devilish shit on their mind. Cause now everybody back moving and rocking how they used to, cause Beast gone up out of here. Now they looking at Beast and them boys, but they locked up in the cell. Ain't none of them dudes, they all in different cells, and ain't none of them dudes come out they cell. Now, before you know it, this dude named Clyde, who actually got in his prison the same day I got in here, he walking over to another inmate, which he come from the other prison that he had been got into it with a long time ago, but they only had words. He walking up to him, and I'm seeing behind his back, he got a fucking battery shot. Bow! Soon as old boy turned to look at Clyde, Clyde stuck him with the fucking battery shot straight across his motherfucking eye. Bam! Before Clyde can even hang that bitch back to stick old boy again, Clyde didn't know old boy had then got tight with his cellies over a period of time. And they started sticking Clyde ass. Bam, bam, hold that bitch up. Yeah. Man, when I tell you it looked like them dudes was having fun stomping Clyde, them dudes was laughing, talking, picking Clyde's face up, punching Clyde all kind of ways. Till they left Clyde on the ground just fucked up. So as the fight was just ending, I actually turned around just off a reflex, and I see Aaron standing by his cell watching the fight. So I started walking over to him. Say, Aaron, let me holler at you for a minute, my nigga. All right, G, baby. So now at this time, I done put my arms around him, and I'm kind of walking him back to the back of the prison. But my dude's still sitting down. But when they see me start walking him to the back of the prison, they all jumped up and started lagging behind us. Say, my nigga, man, you seen that shit when them niggas tried to attack me that day, bro? Nah, I wasn't even in here. I had went to my program. Now, that was all I had needed to hear, because I distinctly remember as I'm looking around and I spotted the mop bucket, I seen him standing right there looking at me. Whole stop line. Bam, bam. Damn. Doc and Carlton had then came up from out of nowhere. They almost hit me trying to come over the top. And this some more first time shit that I ever seen in my life. Niggas started coming up from out of nowhere. Yeah, let me get that bitch too. Come to find out just what Baby Charles had been saying, this dude throw crosses. He had been throwing crosses with niggas all over the prison, and these niggas had then found out it was him who started a lot of shit in this tier. And everybody wanted a piece of his ass. So after a while, me and my dog just walked off and went to the first fucking bench, cause shit, it had so many dudes on him, and we'd have stayed back there, we'd have killed this man. So they stomped his ass out for a good little while, and then they left him alone. And he was just laying on the floor, just bust the fuck up. And we all just not paying attention, but then 3 fucking of the Flaming Queens come grab him and drag his ass in they cell. So I tap Doc, I say, man, let's go see what they doing to that man up in there. So we get up there, and all you hear is, pull that dick out. I'm about to suck this motherfucker. So they done drug that man in the cell and pulling his shit out and sucking on this man's dick. So I tell Doc, I say, hey, bro, I wasn't gonna let him fuck him. I say, but if they sucking him and doing that shit, that's on them, all right? And we walked the fuck off. So Doc say, man, go get the chessboard. So I goes to my cell, get the chessboard, comes back, and we playing chess. So we done played about 2 or 3 games. And all I hear is, ah, ah. So we gets up and go run to the Flaming Queen cell to see what's going on. Now, y'all know that fight that broke out right before Child, Queen Sugar had then lost half of the Queen team. So Queen Sugar took this opportunity with this man already immobilized down there in the Flaming Queen cell to sneak down there and fuck this man. We get up there and Queen Sugar in this man, fucking this man. So I tap Doc, I say, man, we gotta stop this shit, bro. Cause we the ones that stressed old dude out, so we responsible for that. So we walks up in the cell and tell Queen Sugar, that can't go down like that, man. You gotta let little one up. Gee, this hoe owe me money. This hoe been getting drugs from me. This hoe about to pay that debt. Now y'all know, I've been said this a long time ago. When it comes to them prison politics, we don't get involved with that. So once we found out it was about drugs and it was a rifle, cause that Queen Sugar had, we walked the fuck back out the cell and went back to our chess game. So we play a couple more games of chess, and then we decided to go put the chessboard up and go walk and chill in Doc's cell. So we chilling and talking in Doc's cell. Then a couple minutes later, we hear some fucking screaming and hollering going on again. And by the time we made out there, we seen Broomfield and Monroe standing in front of TJ's cell. So we goes running out because we want to see what's going on. And when we get up there, jug his ass some more. Jug that bitch. Send that bitch with his husband. Send that bitch out of here. You see Nate, homeboys, and a couple more dudes that I don't even fucking know in TJ cell making good on their promises. They in there jugging TJ every which a fucking way. Now you see Cole, which is Beast's right-hand man. He fearing he gonna be next, so he strikes the fuck out and heads to the back door and go beast on that bitch for the guards. Now everybody hears this shit, and they strikes the fuck out of TJ's cell, and the guards comes immediately in that bitch and sees old boy still with the blood all over his clothes. So Nate homeboy's cell is headed straight towards the back door where the guard was coming in from, and the guard just reacted and football tackled his ass, and he had the blade still on him. So the guard subdued him, found the blade. We got a stabbing in progress. I need help in here. Now while he waiting on backup, he got his knee on Nate homeboy neck, and it takes the guards about 10-15 minutes to come to his aid. So by the time they get in there with the medics, Nate homeboy laying there ain't moving at all. He lifeless, his body limp. Now the medic goes straight to TJ and help TJ, and you can see the guards, he kind of panicking, but he steady saying that Nate homeboy breathing, but you can tell he ain't. So they get TJ and rush TJ out of here, and then the other medics come in and start helping they boy, and they put him on a stretcher trying to act like this man's still breathing and take him out. And how you know some fucked up shit happened? They didn't even lock us down for 1 hour in our cell. They left us out for the rest of the day. So while we out for the rest of the day, you hear different inmates through that bitch hollering about how the guards fucked up for that shit, and they gonna start setting the guards up, getting them to come in here and shanking their ass up too. Now, me and my dudes like, man, these dudes don't know what kind of fire they playing with when they play with shit like that. So finally, lockdown! We all go in our cell for the night, and all through that night, all you hear is niggas, say, Cole, boy, you next. You going out of here. They done got TJ out of here. You going out of here next, boy. Sleep late, lose weight. We go to chow. We go to workforce. When we get in carpool in detail, the mood done kind of lighten up again. Everybody feeling good. The radio playing. You hear everybody talking to each other, politicking, and things that went back to kind of normal in there. And the mood stayed like this for about 3 hours. And that's until we see Sergeant Larry swing the door open and point at Jared. You! Come here. What's up, Sarge? Cause I ain't leaving out of carpool. What the fuck you say to me? Now, Jared done been in here since day one. And he done seen all the shit that Sergeant Larry do. So he done made up in his mind, he ain't even leaving out of carpool. So we see Sergeant Larry, he just got smoke coming out of his head. And he started walking up to Jared, and Jared just standing there. Bitch, I said what you say to me. I ain't leaving out of carpool, Sarge, I swear. I want everybody in detail and carpool out. Go to the shop. So we all drop our tools and shit, and everybody from detail and carpool, we leave out. And as the last one leave out, Sarge closed the door behind him. And it's just him and Jared up in there. Now, some of us went to the shop and came right back down after he closed the door and was looking through the window. Bitch, you gonna get on your fucking knees and you gonna suck my cock right here. I ain't doing this. Bitch, you gonna do it. You gonna make me kill your ass. Sergeant Larry was in there beating Jared to death because Jared wasn't sucking no cock. And he continued to beat this man until this man was on the floor not moving. So when we all seen that Jared was on the ground and he wasn't moving, we all hurried up and ran to the shop because we know Sergeant Larry was what he was gonna do next. He was gonna come out that motherfucker, then come back later and act like somebody in there, one of us did it. And that's what the fuck he did. So after a couple minutes, he come walking to the shop and tell all of us to go back to work. Now, keep in mind, Jared's still laying on the floor in here when we get up in here. So when we get up in here, we immediately try to help him. So after about 10 or 15 minutes of us trying to help Jared, you see Sergeant Larry pussy ass inmate down. I need medics and backup right now, pronto. And none of y'all better not open y'all motherfucking mouth. So all the alarms start going off and he takes us out of here and locks us in a motherfucking small ass cell again. So while we're in the cell, the assistant warden come passing out incident forms and he said, I want everybody to tell me what the fuck they saw in carpool. So after he give us the forms, we all start discussing what should we write on the forms. Now this is the day that the plotting against Sergeant Larry happened. So we all say, okay, we just gonna write, we ain't seen nothing. But what we start talking about is something different. Man, we gotta get Sergeant Larry. So we start putting a plan together to get Sergeant Larry out of here. So about 2 hours later, and who comes to let us about the sale? None other than Sergeant Larry. That's just to cover his own ass. Work day over. So as he taking us back to the tier, giving us, I guess, what he called a pep talk. If I hear any words of what went on today, we gonna have a problem. Now, when we get back in the tier, we about 2 hours early, from finishing a full work day. So we just decide to go ahead and go take that shower. But as we head into the shower, we see Cole, which is Beast's right-hand man, talking to Monroe and Broomfield. So we don't pay no attention. We heads to the shower. Soon as we get in the shower good, we hear a whole bunch of hollering. So we runs out that motherfucker and Monroe them down there jugging Cole the fuck up saying, yeah, you was with him when they come over here trying to fuck our bitches, huh? Yeah, we gonna get your ass. Now when we see the rest of Beast and them boys go run and get the beating on the door cause they know they ass next, we take our ass back in the shower and get in the shower. And a couple minutes later, we hear the door pop open. I need help, inmate down. Now we in the shower at this time, just standing under the water, saying we ain't getting out this bitch until they come get us out this bitch. We ain't getting tied up in nothing today. Now at this point, we just listening. Who the fuck did this? I want everybody locked down. Restrict their movements 1 hour. So while the medics rushing in to go help Cole, the guards is circling through the prison looking where everybody be at, and they hit a shower. They come get us. They tell us to get dressed, and we all get locked down for an hour, and we see them rolling Cole out. Now, while we in the cell locked down, here go the bullshit again. Say, Spence. The dude named Spencer they talking to, Beast's other boy. Hey, you next, motherfucker. You could get ready for it. Now the dude Spencer in there copping the whole deuce. Man, I ain't even do y'all nothing, bro. I ain't participating nothing. Yeah, I was running with him, bro, but I ain't do nothing. So these niggas go on taunting these dudes until that hour up. Cell's open. So when that hour up, me and Carlton ain't even come back out the cell. We just stayed in that motherfucker and docked them. They all came down and came in our cell. Now, at this time, we in the cell just talking, is we really gonna participate in this shit with Sergeant Larry? So we discussing this, and all of a sudden, we hear this voice. You got us fucked up, bitch. Oh, new inmate ass motherfucker. Y'all ain't even from this motherfucker. I'll knock one of you bitches out. So we all said at the same time, that's baby Charles. Come on, man, let's see what's going on. So when we get down there, I'm like, say, Charles, what's going on, man? What the fuck this about? I gave that bitch some of this pussy, and now that bitch won't bring some drama to my house. Oh shit, we ain't got nothing to do with that. Now there's some shit there y'all gotta work out. So now when I said that, dude must have took that as shit. Oh, ain't nobody gonna help him? Bow! He stuck Charles hard as a motherfucker. Charles stumbled back and fell inside the cell. Now old dude and Charles' boyfriend in the middle, what they set up, then Charles get up off the floor, running, screaming, and hollering, ah! He tackles old boy, so when he get old boy on the ground, bitch, I don't sick. You fuck with the baby Charles just going crazy on this man. So this man was out at this point, so we had to grab baby Charles off this man. Come on, Charles, this man out. Charles had to wiggle his way out my hand, fell on the floor, crawled back up to this man, and punched this man some more. So now I'm really through with this shit. So I look at the boyfriend and say, man, that's your problem, man. You gonna have to get Charles under control. And we walked the fuck back where we was. So as we get up to my cell, I see the little dude, Aaron. He's coming out of his cell, and you could tell he got no good on his fucking mind. So I just kind of follow his walking path and see what he looking at, and he looking directly at the Flaming Queen that that drug him in the cell, but the queen don't even see him coming. So I'm still looking at this, but I don't think he about to do nothing because he's just walking and he walks directly up to the queen. But when he gets to the queen, that's when I see the blade. I ain't no fake ass nigga. I ain't no fake. Now this some shit that happened simultaneously at the same time. Remember the queen that went both ways that Bryce was about to leave his boyfriend for? Ned? He runs over there to Aaron, and at the same time he running over there and start wrestling with Aaron for the knife, the other queens run to the back door and start beating on the door. So Ned gets the knife from Aaron after cutting himself and start jugging Aaron. And at this time, the guard comes in and sees him. We got one inmate to stab two inmates. We need backup now. Now, it's two guards at this time, and both of them think Ned then stabbed both of these people. So they immediately runs toward Ned with the mace and the nightstick, sprays Ned, start beating Ned's ass, and the other flaming queen saying, he was just trying to say, they ain't trying to hear that. They beating his ass. So they finally got Ned down, and they still beating Ned's ass. Ned then dropped the knife and everything, and they still beating his ass. And the assistant warden coming in, and the medics coming in. Now Ned about to be charged with both of these bodies. Cause you got caught with the knife in progress stabbing. I want everybody on lockdown, restrict their movement 1 hour. So while the medics helping the other flaming queen and Aaron, Ned on the ground just crying. Tears just flowing out of him cause he know he in some serious trouble. Now we all getting in our cells getting ready to be locked down as they just finished patching them up, but everybody shaking their head like, man, it don't look good for them. So they rose all them the fuck on out, and we in our cell on lockdown for 1 hour, but shit, it was 1 hour till lockdown. So we don't end up coming out of our cell till that next morning. Sleep late, lose weight. We go to chow, we come back to the tier. Now, we got a transport coming in. This bitch already filled to the fucking max, but they want to fill these few beds that all these inmates that just left out of here, Beast bed, TJ bed, or Ned bed, they filling all these beds already. So now they putting us back over capacity with some new fucking inmates. Now y'all remember the dudes that the psychic dude said was getting out? They got one of them dudes in the line coming back to prison. He just got out. Just beat his case and he coming back to the prison. That's why the guards and shit don't give a fuck about us, because this shit is a revolving door. Now, it was at that moment that I thought about it. I said, you know what? Psychic dude really predicted all this shit. I said, so Beast must ain't gonna make it. That's what was going through my mind at that precise time. Them dudes got out, and Beast gonna die in prison. That's what he predicted. So the guard giving all of them their placement, and oh boy, he coming in, dapping everybody down like he happy to be home and shit. So once the guard locks us in, it got this little red dude named Monty. He immediately comes out of his cell and start calling Robbie a bitch-ass nigga. Now, he don't know Robbie done been turned out in prison or nothing, but he going hard with Robbie. So he ain't looking at the expression on Broomfield and Monroe's face. He's just focusing in on Robbie. Boom, boom, ho, that's my bitch. This little dude just got up in here and they done beat him out of his mind already. Now, later on through the talks around the prison, Robbie knew this dude because they live by each other. There's some more shit that came from the streets into the prison. Okay, I'm gonna stop it right here, but I'm gonna come back with the other episode today and we're gonna pick up from this part.